The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will indeed keep the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10. The Ravens had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And across midfield it goes and into Bengal territory. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
Gun. Shot. Right 80. 12. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. When you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Here's Burrow. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the 1st drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11. 180.
Burrow will throw. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On point, ready? Let's get set. Stop.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To Mitchell. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played,
figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Burrow looking to pass. Got his man, it's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down and 6 now.
11.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Bengals.
11. Here we go. Here we go. 11. Right 80.
Now it's Burrow. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. 12. Right 80.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Chavez. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They run over center with Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got room past the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. Big 13.
Now Burrow. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he works free. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
11 MT. 11 MT. Here we go. 11.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. A run out of the gun with Brooks. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Escapes the defender. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right, 80. 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
On 1, Rick. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Bengals.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Another run with Mitchell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Brought down at the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Walter Nolan. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Tyler Luke on for the field goal. A 47.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
11,
Almost 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
12.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Hey, can. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. After that last play, we've got an injured man, and it's a big one. Joe Burrow shaken up. You hope this is nothing serious. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 8. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Wilson going to change things up here. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 76 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9.
Gun. 11, Thomas. Right, 80. 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
First down, Cincinnati.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
11,
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So a fourth down situation.
And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The Bengals will
They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 2nd and 2. Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Middle. Hey, Alpha, say hi.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Ravens. Go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Flushed out right.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19-18.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
I'm all surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Here we go. 1st and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next.